into it. Congratulations to purchasing your Glock 17. This is my most liked Glock, and it's very historical. Couple of facts here. The Glock 17 was the very first Glock made by Glock. It's called the Glock 17, not because it's the 17th design, but it's the 17th patent by Glock. Before then, Glock made knives and other, like rods and other things. So this is, like I said, the very first Glock made. Over 65% of law enforcement agencies in America uses the Glock 17 as their sidearm. And over 60 countries around the world also use the Glock 17 as their sidearm. With all these facts, you should know that you have a trusted, a reliable, and powerful weapon at your disposal. But as you purchase this Glock 17, it will come in an exact casing such as this. For all novices, rest assured that you will not be at a disadvantage with this weapon here. Now, in order to open it, just turn it around, attach these latches here, and voila, your beautiful piece of machinery. Now you'll find a number of items in this casing here, including a speed loader, which I will show you how to load bullets. And of course, before you purchase a weapon or a firearm of any kind, you want to take a safety course and other safety training courses so that you feel comfortable with handling a firearm. Also, you'll find a magazine. You also have your weapon with the orange lock and a set of keys here. You also have some cleaning items here. You have your cleaning brush, and I don't know if you can notice it or not, your cleaning rod or extended attachment. Now that simply hooks on like so, screw it in, and it's utilized to clean the barrel. I'll take it apart and show you how to do that. But take your set of keys here and just unlock your firearm. There we go. Take that out. All right, first and foremost, keep your finger off the trigger. That's first. Also, treat every firearm as if it's loaded. You want to check through the magazine well and also the barrel. Make sure that there isn't a bullet in there. Use your finger to check as well, and we're good to go. Now, I always tell individuals to make sure that the slide, which is upper portion here, is at its normal resting position, which is not the fashion that you see it. Before we do put it back in its resting position, make sure your hand is free and clear of any pinch points, which is here and on this side here. So once your hand is free and clear, just use your thumb, pull it down, and it's back at its normal resting position. Now, you will notice a number of components and digits and buttons or whatever you want to call it. This is a magazine release. That releases, of course, the magazine. You press it, and the magazine comes out. Trigger guard, which guards the trigger. You have the takedown pins. There's one on each side, and I'll try to take that down in just a moment. You have the slide release, which you just used. You have the slide. You have railings for other accessories over here as well. Let's take this apart. In order to take this apart, so I can show you how to clean it, utilizing your tool there, make sure that you have a nice grip on the stop here. Finger off the trigger once again. Get comfortable with it, okay? But you want to pull the trigger, point in a safe direction. Make sure that by some strange imagination, if there was a round projectile in this firearm, that if it went off, it will fire in a direction which is safe and cause minimal damage. And that will be down. So you press trigger, get 4 fingers here, pull back on the slide, pull down on the takedown pins and then slide this forward, and it comes smooth off like butter. Okay? In this, you'll see your spring, which you can just take that right out, and your barrel, which take it up like this, comes out real easy. Now, in order to clean this, you will need some cleaning oil, some rim oil, whatever is what I use. And you always want to clean from the breech end. The breech end is back here, the rear, okay? So, from the breech end and then through the front of the barrel. So you go through the front of the barrel, you go in that direction, like so, see? Right here. Do that a couple times. Usually you'll put some oil in there. So whatever excess oil from the factory is left in there, or after you've used it a couple times, you'll make sure it's nice and clean so that you can operate this as it should be used. But nonetheless, to move on, a brief overview of the interior workings of the Glock 17. For the most part, right here, you have your trigger system, your trigger rail. You have your rails that your upper receiver or your slide rests on. Let's put back together the upper receiver or your slide. First, take your barrel in this fashion here. We'll turn this around. Put this out of here. There you go. Then you get your spring. There's two sides, two ends to the spring. One that protrudes and one does not. When it protrudes, it's going to fit through this little hole here. So you put it through here. And there's like a little step here, a little indent. You see that? The lower one. When it sit right on top of here, the bottom of this. So you put it right here. Add some tension. Depress. Depress. And it's right there. Cool. Grab your frame or the lower receiver. This fashion here. Right here. You want to sit or slide on top of these railings here. There we go. And this is step one. We'll continue with other things that you need to know as you first get acclimated with your Glock 17. Hope everybody enjoyed this. Found this very helpful. Don't be afraid. Enjoy your firearm. It is an enjoyable hobby to get involved in. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you can be updated with the latest and greatest information. I appreciate you. I'll see you back here Friday.